So, where will you go from here?
Gorrondona and Phil LaMarr.
Well, hello.
Have some fun, because they're fun.
I don't think we know this guy.
Okay, well, as long as this is being recorded for us to post, not just for it.
That's right. That's right.
All right, so I'll start this off. Hey, how you doing today? Terrell, Big Gold Belt Media, High Films, Gorrondona, right?
Gorrondona.
Gorrondona.
Yeah.
I guess I get that right.
That's all right.
We've been talking about, like, you know, the passion behind the fans, everybody with the books. Obviously, coming in as a voice actor, always scary to get in on something where it has a lot of history behind it. Were you guys thinking about that at all coming into your roles?
That's not scary. That's impressive. You know, I mean, I suppose for some, well, no. I mean, on the Justice League cartoon, I would always joke with Kevin Conroy, Susan Eisenberg, and George Newbern's like, oh, you guys are playing the big three. Yeah. You know, even people who have never picked up a comic book have an opinion about how that character should sound.
Yeah.
But being part of a great fantasy world is a completely different thing. That's like, you get to go into the world and be part of the world. That's not scary. That's fun.
Yeah, agree. Just to the idea of whatever it is that happens, whatever it is that's created, is what it is. There's no trying to match or just establishing it is like, wow, what a gift that is.
First, you get the science of it. Like, do you end up looking at pictures, or like, do you automatically see something in your head? Do you hear something in your head? Voice?
I didn't get any pictures in this.
No, not this time. You never know. Sometimes there are images attached with it, and sometimes there aren't. And this one was fully left to the imagination, which, you know, actually I think is great because it's from a book, and when you're reading, you are creating the images anyway. So it's very true to the original medium in that.
For anybody who's not familiar with Cradle and that universe, how would you describe it to someone who's not familiar with it?
I like to say that it's a lot of different elements of a lot of things that you love. Like for me, it feels very. It reminds me of Narnia in some ways, but it also reminds me of like stylized. There's this something more contemporary. It feels very rooted and ancient and old and brand new and exciting and undiscovered. I read a lot to my son. We have gone through so many different series, Redwall series, Narnia series. I can't remember the other ones. Just tons of different series. And so I started reading Cradle to him at bedtime, and it's not like anything that we've read before. He's immediately gripped. He's like, oh, that's cool. It feels approachable to like a young adult audience, but one that respects its audience and respects the maturity, the ability of its audience to handle complex concepts.
I feel like I was trying to do my research and everything, and I feel like I missed who are the characters that you guys, can you talk about that you guys are playing?
I play Cyrus, the Pantheon of the Wake.
Okay.
I am Elder
Whisper. And like I said, just jumping into that, like I said earlier, like, you know, like you said, the fandom behind that. Like he was saying, like, you know, bringing those voices, like finding traits of those characters to, like, you know, bringing it. Did you feel like you had a difficult time, like, really finding the voices for those characters?
difficult time, no. A journey, yes. It was. Thinking about like a dragon is but like ethereal. So I think I originally approached it as something kind of like more high pitched and lofty, and then I was like, no, bring it down, make it more grounded. So then it was like more grounded down here, but it was like no, it's like something in between, and add some canine elements to it. So it's like some snarls, and I love to do creature work. It's one of my favorite things to do. So I'm like, yes, bring in the creatures. So like adding like snarls and growls in different places was yeah, we all did it together, and we really did all do it together.
So how did you guys prepare for the roles, your characters, and what kind of work went into developing the voice?
Y'all want to take acting classes? You read the material and you find the perspective that touches you. It's like, what would I sound like if I was in this scenario? But then you collaborate with the creators and they give you more background to the character and you add that in. It's like, oh, well, it's not how I would sound, it's how would someone age 70 sound who has magic powers? And so you just add levels and levels.
So how does your experience with Cradle compare to your other work, like Samurai Jack and Justice League?
It's great. Well, in the old days, we got to record together. Nowadays, since pandemic, nobody records together. But working with great material gives you a good performance.
True.
You felt like with this particular project, it was like easy for you to catch on to. There was no fight to jump on this. Like as far as the material. Of course, you read everything. You guys know everything behind it. But did you feel like this was something like you felt like you had to pass, or this was something you had to jump on right away as soon as you got the opportunity?
Auditioning is not like dating. You don't have to keep trying. Either when you audition, you connect. It's first date, and then you're engaged. Or if what you thought the character sounded like didn't match with what they thought the character sounded like, then you don't hear back from the audition.
Right.
But you also don't call them back. Hey, where are we going next?
What would you guys say is the most enjoyable about the character development?
We're so lucky that we get to play and just use our imagination, and I think it's whenever I'll even say we, because I think it's probably true for everyone. It's whenever we are doing our thing and then we have that moment and we realize, holy cow, this is really cool what I get to do. I'm doing the playground. I am a kid in the playground. I am playing make-believe, and that's what I am doing right now. Wow, what is my life? Like, that's the most enjoyable part of any session.
When you're there, the creators there, listening and watching you, is there any sort of intimidation that you might bring up and get things right for him? What's that like when he's watching you? What's his being?
Well, it's not intimidation. It's you want it to click. You want to sound like the thought, because that's where the character came from in his head. You want that voice to fit in his head, to match together. And so it's not about intimidation as much as it is like working together. Because usually what will happen is they'll hear something and go, perfect, or, oh, good, wait, and maybe know about some part of the character's story down the line. It's like, ooh, wait, that thing that wouldn't happen later, you got to know about that, and then they give you some background that you can add into your take of the character. So it's collaboration, not intimidation.
And they want you to, they're on your, they're on your side. Like they want, so, and they've already, they've already given you the other half of the amulet. So it's just a matter of like doing it together. And the nights are just so fun. They're so lovely too. So it's like, easy peasy.
Yeah, the record is the third date.
I just don't want to divorce.
Yeah, goodness.
I'm looking forward to fans seeing the show. What can fans expect in terms of story and development from this first season? Where can they get excited? What do you need to get excited about?
Well, I think for most of the fans who have been reading the books, they're now going to see what has just been in their head out in front of them. It's like, but then there'll be a couple of things. We're like, oh wait, I never knew what that looked like, or who that looked like. Oh my God! And so it takes them deeper into the Cradle world.
Phil, one of the I gotta say, man, like obviously with the credentials we all know you have, like how humble you consistently are about one role to the next. Like we're talking right now, and you're like, it's never a guarantee that you're gonna get something, and you never, like I said, you constantly bring your A game, and you always like are willing to adapt. Like not to say like you have like a diva personality or anything like that, but like you're willing to work with whoever you work with, and even with this project, like with it being a Kickstarter, still kind of being in its infant stage, this is a constant, ever-changing thing. Do you feel like with project that you have that's already established, having a voice director, this is going to be a lot harder with it being in a Kickstarter stage versus like already having like a voice director and like already an established series?
No, it's not about hardness. I mean, level of success, you don't know. But you know when you've got good material. Right. I mean, when I did the first episode of Samurai Jack, we didn't have a series of books that tons of people had already read, But in show business, you know that there is not always a direct correlation between quality and success. Sometimes you work on something great, and a studio just decides, we're going to throw that away.
Yeah.
These days.
This guy.
To get them excited. What would you say to them?
Oh goodness, you said a message to the fans to get them excited? I mean, I think they already are. But I guess it would be like, you're right to be excited, and we can't wait to show you what's been in your mind.
Well, I think that's all we have. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.